Hi, welcome back. So in this part, we are gonna hopefully get a working search. Well, not specifically a search, but we're gonna save our searches to our newly created database. So let's just get straight into it. So we've created our data access class. We've added our initialized database. And now we just want to create a function that will add to our database. So let's create a public static void add search term to data to table. So at the moment we've only actually got technically one item that will be added manually to the database. I'm actually going to add let's have a think. Let's add a date added, and let's add visit, search term visits, and that'll be an integer, like so. That way we can see how many times that person's searched for that one item, and it'll bring it back as an integer. So let's go to our public static void add search term to table, and we will first add a string, and that'll be the search term. Then we will have a date time, date added, or date searched. Let's change that to date searched actually. And then an integer will be search term searched. I'll just put term searched amount, term searched amount. We can actually put capitals so we can see it better. Term searched amount, we'll have it like that. So the first thing we need to do when we are adding to the table is we'll get a path to our database. So db path equals path dot combine application data dot current dot local folder dot path, and then we will use our db path. Actually, I've got that twice. Let's put that dp. Using SqLite connection con equals equals new SqLite connection. Then we'll do our file name equals and DB path. Let's open our database. So we'll just use con.open SqLite command, insert command equals new, and then we'll just have it like that. Insert command dot connection equals con. So to prevent an SQL injection, we'll need to use a parameterized query like this. Insert command dot command text equals, this is a string, insert into, so this is where we'll need our table name, and then we'll use values, and then for the ID it will be null, and then we'll use search term, make sure you put that in between, sorry, at the end, at the beginning, at date searched at term searched amount, like that. Insert command dot parameters dot add with values, search term, like that. Insert command dot parameters dot add with value, date searched, insert command dot parameters dot add with value, and then term searched amount, like that. We just need to execute reader. And then we'll just close the database just in case. It should close anyway because we're using a using statement, but it should. So that's our method that's going to add items to our database, to our search table. Now, what we want to do is we want to go back into our main, back to our main page. No, sorry, actually, we don't. We want to go to our tab content, and we want to select our AutoSuggest and we want to create a query submitted. So let's reference our using data access library, and we'll say so just to make sure that we're just to make sure that this is actually working all right. Let's make this an async method, and I just want to make sure that we're actually getting the right text. So if we just create a message dialog, that'll need to pop up. Message equals new message dialog, and then in here we're just going to put we're going to put sender dot text, just so we can see if we're getting the right text. I think it is right, but we'll just try anyway. Let's give it a run. So now when we type something in here, we should get a message box. This is working correctly. Press enter. This is working correctly. Great. So now we're able to access so we'll be able to access that string that we need to pass through to our search terms. So what we'll first do is add the search term to the database table search terms. So let's go to data access dot add search term to table, and then sender dot text, the date time dot now dot string, and then okay, we'll just keep this null for now. Isn't it? We'll just keep it at 0. Let's just make sure that that's okay. Save it and give it a run. This is a test search term to see if it adds to the database table. What's wrong? Unable to open the database file. Let me have a look at this. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've just realised what I've done. I actually just put the name in here, and I changed it and it's DP, so that's my bad. Let's make sure that this will work. This is a test search term. Must add values for the following parameter, search term. Again, I'll be back in a second. Okay, seeing it straight off the bat. I've actually added the wrong thing. Let's restart that. Little tiny mistakes. That's because my fingers. I'm using a Razer keyboard, the Chroma keyboard, and the keys are a bit clunky, so sometimes I'm pressing the wrong buttons. This is a search term. No error. That's a good sign, I suppose. Let's use our application. Select that and open local state. Let's drag that into there. There we go. And we've got our search term, our date that it was searched along with the time, and our amount. At the moment that's going to be 0. Because we need to check if it's been searched before in the database and then like add one to it, so we can actually, we'll do that after. But there we go, we've got our search terms now adding to our database, so that's pretty groovy. Hello. What time is it in New York? No, York. There you go. Great stuff. So now let's have it actually search our web browser. So I'm going to do it rather than, I'm not going to include the URLs yet. I'm just going to use the search function. We can actually create a method that distinguishes between a URL and a search term. We'll do that in another part, which will probably take a full part. But for now, just let's just have it so our web browser actually navigates. So we can, let's name our browser first. Name, let's call it browser. See what I mean? Browser. And we'll just say browser dot source equals we'll do a little trick. Where we can, so we'll just say Google, search Google. So we can just grab this, put that there, and then plus our sender dot text. This needs to be a URI, so equals new URI. Let's save that. Let's run it again, see if that works. This is a test. There you go. It searches the browser and if we open our here, this is a test, this is a test. Awesome. So that's going to be it for this part. In the next part, we will be making it so we can add. Okay, I'll just give you an example. We'll be making it so we can actually close our tabs and open new tabs. So I'll see you in the next part. Thanks for watching.